from WWL-TV, the spirit of Louisiana. This is Louisiana's news leader, Channel 4's Eyewitness Morning News.
It's at 7:36. Lots coming up in this half hour. Sally and the Visual Vamp, Valorie Hart, are decking the halls for the holidays. Coming up, decorating tips that'll make your house more memorable.
Today we're visiting the home of interior designer Valorie Hart, and if you think the outside of her home looks festive, wait till you see the inside. Some decorating tips from the Visual Vamp coming up.
Are you that much taller than her? Good morning once again. Thanks for joining us for the 7 o'clock hour of the Eyewitness Morning News on a cold Wednesday morning. This December 7th.
I enjoyed visiting Valorie Hart's house, and yes, she was sitting in a rocking chair.
Okay, I was just checking.
Thank you very much. The Yuletide season brings many of us together, but no two families celebrate the holiday the same. So why should we all have the same traditional green, red, and gold decorations? As I learned from the Visual Vamp, Valorie Hart, we don't have to. Valorie shows me how Christmas decor can be unique as your own personal style. Shelley, your home is beautiful and all decked out for the holidays.
Yeah, I love to decorate, so here we are at the Christmas madness at the Vamp.
And these are some huge lights. Where did you get these?
Well, I got them in Metairie a few years ago before Katrina. They were made for commercial use, but I love them because they're like retro Christmas. It reminds me of my childhood, the big bulbs that we used to put on the Christmas tree. They're so playful, and everybody in the neighborhood waits for me to put these up every year. I love the retro colors. They're very old-fashioned and really playful, and so the big bulbs kind of led into this choice. I made this wreath, and again, I had found these ornaments. They were left over here when we bought the house, and I used them.
Can we take a look inside?
Oh, let's go inside. Well, come on in, Sally, and take a look at my Christmas decorations. We close the door. And, you know, when you come into the house, it really should say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. So I like to do a tree in the entrance of the home.
And this is so nice because this tree is actually in an urn, so you built it up.
Yes, because trees that are 8 foot tall and higher are so expensive, even the real ones, and the fake ones are even more expensive. And here in New Orleans, we have really tall ceilings, so you need to elevate it. So I dragged my garden urn in from the yard, and it gives it a lift, and it's more in proportion with our high ceilings.
And give us some ideas for decorating the tree.
Well, one color you can't go wrong. It's easy, you just get the best. I chose all golds for this tree, and again, they're very inexpensive ornaments from the big box store, but it looks chic and rich.
And then the package is the presents underneath the tree.
Often, early in the season, it's so bare under the tree, you haven't gotten your gifts yet, so I get boxes and I wrap them. They're my faux presents. And this year I found a roll of wallpaper at a yard sale for $1. So I like to use the same wrapping and then kind of zhuzh it up with ribbons and little seasonal foliage. And this year I was playful. I did a second line of snowmen under there.
And this is so nice because you can put this away and bring it out again next year.
Exactly. It's so wonderful. Once you wrap it once, you can have it for a few years.
And you say, why one tree when you can have two and you have another tree?
Oh yes, I'm the tree queen for sure.
Valorie, this looks like a retro tree.
It is. This is a tree, an old aluminum tree from the 1950s, and they're fabulous because they have lots of space between the branches, so you can really load up the ornaments. I'd like to do at least 4 or 5 per branch. I got these boxes. I got them on Craigslist for nothing. Someone was giving their wedding present boxes away, and that inspired the whole color of those aquas, and I added the lime greens because I have lime green silk drapes. So.
And people may have artificial trees in their garage or their attic. Get them out.
Yeah, don't put them in the yard sale. Use them. Bring them back because everything old is new again.
And again, you built this tree up.
Yes, I put it on the largest Tiffany box because this tree is tiny. Maybe it's 6 feet when it's soaking wet, but it's a tiny little tree because in the old days, trees were not huge, supersized. So again, we got it up and gave it some presents.
And then we're standing in front of your fireplace.
Yes, unfortunately, I don't have a fireplace in this room. So my husband, he's so sweet, he made me this DVD. It's on a loop, and it's wonderful because a lot of us have flat screens, and they're black, and I hate that black hole. So this is a nice thing for holiday. You have your little fire.
Well, thank you so much, and we have more to show you dining for the holidays when we come back to the Visual Vamp's beautiful home decked out for the holidays. Stay tuned. Valorie Hart and I are going to go back to another tour of her beautiful home for the holidays. Valorie, thank you so much for allowing us to visit your beautiful home. There's so many ideas here in this dining area.
Yes, now we're in the dining room, and the dining room has lots of opportunities to decorate for the holidays.
I love the crystals.
Yes, if you can pick up crystals at the garage sale, get them and add them for the holidays. It gives a lot of glam and bling. And then also the natural element really works well. So grab those little pieces of garland, just little touches here and there is enough.
And I like the rope lighting at the top of the armor.
Adding the rope lighting is a way to add lights without having to put the little twinkle lights. It's very soft, very romantic.
But this room also shows us that the holidays, you don't have to have red and green. If you are interested in more modern, you can follow that.
Well, and you can take your cues from old retro ornaments because they came in every color, and retro has become modern. Here my Brulot cups are burnt orange with a turquoise tray, and I like to use things that are strictly New Orleans for the holidays, and what is more New Orleans than Cafe Brulot?
I love the way you've used the mirrors. It really adds impact to the room.
Well, you get double the decor when you have mirror because it reflects whatever you're decorating with. And here I did a little feather style tree with my vintage ornament collection.
You say you can find these at sometimes garage sales?
Yes, if you see them, snap them up because they're just treasures.
And in a shotgun house especially, this adds depth, that mirror that's ahead of us.
Yes, a mirror in a shotgun is key because it doubles your space and it opens it up.
And you put that wreath of ornaments.
Yeah, I actually made that wreath. I call that the wreath blob, but it's really pretty.
Gorgeous.
Well, come on into the kitchen. You know, in a shotgun house, you often have to walk through the kitchen, so I like to decorate the kitchen for the holidays as well. And this is set for Christmas Eve dinner, like a Réveillon dinner after Mass.
It's beautiful. Talk about the tablecloth.
The tablecloth is my trick of just getting a couple of yards of fabric and throwing it on the table. No hemming, no nothing. And I love this red print for the holidays. And I got every red thing I could find to put on the table.
Things don't have to match exactly.
Oh, they never match in my house.
And I like the way you've also used the tea lights. It just adds so much
little
atmosphere.
sparkle. And then this is another idea, Sally. If you don't have crystals to hang on your chandelier, get your ornaments out and hang them on. It gives a nice little sparkle.
And your mantle looks
Well, I'm so fortunate to have one fireplace in this house from the old days. And so this is kind of my slush fund of ornaments. I take everything that's left over and make a mantelscape. And my little tree is my kitchen tree. It has little fruits on it. So I have a food theme going in the kitchen.
and love. It's very
Love,
whimsical.
definitely.
And it really reflects who you are.
Well,
And
that's the holiday season. It's all about love.
And look at the garland decorating the staircase.
Yes, again, the food theme, it's like a little candy garland. I did not string candy. You can buy that on my website. I'll tell you where to get it. And the other thing is I trimmed out the kitchen clock so that every little piece of Christmas comes into the kitchen.
So you have really decorated the home for the holiday.
From front to back, from the minute you walk in the door, it says Christmas, to coming all the way back, and I love it. And
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
And we'll be right back. Oh, and I want to give everyone that web address if you would like to get in touch with Valorie Hart and get some more tips. And she also has some links at this website. It's the visualvamp.blogspot.com.